That's it.
Oh, Doug, we PIO'd. I guess you added yourself. Hello, I'm here from my work from home POW camp.
Oh, Mayday.
Yeah. See,
That's pretty sweet.
Mover.
Blink twice if you're under duress.
Yeah, Doug, I love your yawn right in the middle of the thing. That was pretty cool. You and your
That was
yawning
pretty good.
are pretty awesome.
I was listening to that. I'm like, did they do that on
is this
purpose?
part of
What
the
is
video
that?
now?
Yeah. That's
That
pretty
go
cool.
out?
Yeah, you unmuted yourself when you were doing whatever it is that you were doing. So it's awesome.
I was
Welcome
doing
back.
all the things.
We have a show. I'm going to get rid of that background because it's annoying me. I just thought it'd be a funny yag, but it's not even that funny. Hello, we've got Crayons. Can I use your name? I've used your real name before.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to put Crayons in there since
Brian Fennell, co-founder of what? Did I say it wrong?
No, that's exactly right.
Okay.
It's VP co-founder right there on the label.
Battle Scarred Motorsports.
Bam. That's it.
That's what you do. And we're going racing this weekend. So that's why I was like, hey,
heck
you
yeah,
need to have the man, the myth, the legend on the show to talk about what even is a Battle Scarred Motorsport.
It is it's a great question, Mover.
Is that part of your interview training? That's a great question.
That's a great question. I'd like to answer
you.
that. It so we provide adrenaline therapy through motorsports. So our goal is to provide a familiar environment that service members, first responders often seek out after service or even during service to recreate those bonds with brothers and sisters that we know. A lot of people either finish service or in service or just looking for a new family to connect with if they're struggling in life. And we provide a service that creates a high energy teamwork environment, camaraderie, bring you out and you're in another world for a whole weekend. And for some people it's a great reset button, and for some people it's a lifeline. So
yeah, and so adrenaline therapy, that's kind of a newer thing, right? That's kind of different than other people do.
Yeah, so the way I like to look at it is adrenaline essentially is our catalyst, right? It's our exciting part to draw people together, and then they find out it's with other former service or active service or first responders, right? So it's going to be a familiar environment that they want to strive to. It's exciting. That's what the adrenaline side of it's kind of like the catalyst to the therapy, right? The therapy is being back in an environment that and it's a good reset for the mind, or it reminds you and brings you back to a structured environment that a lot of us crave and a lot of us miss when we get out of service. So it's and we do it with a high octane fuel, right? It's a lot of, we've had people ask, it's like, I don't really understand what it does until they experience it. And once they come out and experience it and get to hang out with everyone, it kind of clicks. We noticed it when we founded it and what it would do. It was just a bunch of Marines. I'm a former Marine. Brian Check, our founder, main founder. I'm co-founder. He was active duty at the time, and it was just a bunch of Marines. We were at the time Uncle Sam's Misguided Children Racing, USMC Racing, and so that kind of attracted other Marines and service members, right? And this is before we kind of we essentially stumbled into adrenaline therapy. Had some guys out for the weekend, and we watched a particular person show up one event, just standoffish, quiet, reserved, not outgoing, not happy, and I swear by the end of the event, man, we couldn't get him to shut up. He was smiling. I mean, we made a family member, right? This person still participates with us to this day. This has been 8 years ago. So after that event, we got to talking about that because we both noticed it. And we're like, what is that? And that was the catalyst to us to start researching what is adrenaline therapy. And once we found out that we were doing something that improved someone's lives, we're like, hey, we need to make this a deal. And that's kind of what started BSM. I think where the magic really happens is that in adrenaline therapy is when we create this environment that's high energy. It's not so much that it's the environment we crave, but also it gets people in a comfortable place they may not have been in a long time, and they can finally talk to people who get it, who've been in their shoes, have walked the path they've walked, and they get to talk about things they may not have talked about in years and years. And that's where the real therapy happens, and they don't even realize they're in it. And that's the goal, right? We want to have a comfortable environment where you can be yourself and be welcome and have a fantastic time going around the track or crewing. You know, we bring crew in and drivers, right? So it's pretty fantastic.
Do people have to have, like, do you have to be professional race car drivers to go race these cars?
No. So generally the way our program works is we get someone finds out about us, they get referred to us or whatever. You can go to our website and BattleScarred.org. We have a link that says, hey, I want to race. You fill out your info on that. That goes to our race coordinator, and then we'll contact you. You don't need experience. Typically, our structured program is we'll bring you out for a crewed event, and we'll crew you to familiarize you with the environment, right? And I'll go through kind of what we provide too. So we crew you 2 events. The first event, you're a crew member. The second event, you're a crew member, and we also put you out on practice day because being in the car on a close track, it can be claustrophobic. It can be overwhelming at times, and for some it's great, and for others, like, hey, that's too much for me. I'm gonna support the team on the crew side of things. For those that want to go further after the crewed event and the track day and everything's looking good, and after obviously instruction, the third event, you come with us, we will put you in the car on door-to-door racing. We race in amateur series endurance events, so it's not like you're jumping in a crazy IMSA race or something, or Spec Miata, and going wild. Now sometimes the Miatas go a little wild. We'll talk about that later, but yeah, no, you don't have to have any experience. We will work your way into a car.
And what's the cost? Like, what is it?
So our first 3 events is 0 cost. Depending on how much fundraising we're doing, we're still, I'd say, we're 8 years old, but we're still a small organization as far as what we've seen in fund. So your first 2 crewed events in your first race is 100% paid for by BSM. If you're a returning crew member, you want to have fun, and you're not what I call like a special needs case, right? You're having a rough time in life. If you don't have, we subsidize future racers after your first 3 events, just because we don't have enough funds to continually do it 100% free. So our veteran is actually at the lowest point we've had it at. We're down to we just moved it down to $400 for a whole weekend.
That's incredible.
It's cheap.
That's the best deal in town.
And that includes everything, right?
That's everything, right? So we provide RVs, right? So when you come to the event and you're participating with us, we provide all your personal protection gear, all your PPE, from your race suit, helmet, if you're on crew, gloves, shoes, that's really all you need for crew. You just need fire safety stuff on crew. Once you work to the driver's seat, you have that. You also have neck or head restraint system. We rent and bring out RVs, so we house our participants. We bring food. We're cooking or catering or all the above at our upcoming event. We'll be in a little bit of everything. So we feed you, house you, teach you. We bring the cars. You get your butt to our event, and we're gonna take it from there. So
that's awesome. And so, like
fantastic.
you're talking about this weekend, it's New Orleans.
Big. It's a huge race for us. So this weekend, New Orleans is typically our BSM blowout, right? So it's kind of our big event of the year, even though we have. I need to look at our schedule. I think we have like 25 events scheduled this year. We will have 6 cars at this event. We're going to have, man, I need to look at the roster again. Close to 50 veterans and first responders out this weekend. It is going to be a massive deal. So yeah, New Orleans is going to be rocking this weekend.
So you just mentioned that first responders. You guys didn't always do first responders. This is kind of a newer thing, right?
Yeah, when we first started as USMC Racing back in, I think it was 2020, we got aired on ABC This Morning show or NBC This Morning. I had to go back and look and see which one it was. And it wasn't immediate. It was within 2 weeks. We got a cease and desist on using the USMC logo from the trademark lawyer from the Marine Corps. And like, hey, man, we're just trying to help. Yeah, we're trying to help people here.
Perfect.
But the reality that worked very well for us because we weren't there only for Marines. Our structured once we incorporated into our nonprofit, we wanted to service, all of our nation's heroes. We want to do military, active veterans, and first responders too. First responders is an important deal. A lot of people don't realize what our first responders go through in day-to-day life. A lot of times our first responders see more blood and gore than some of our service members do. A lot of times they do because, man, you're working wrecks and you see some terrible stuff sometimes. And these guys struggle with mental health, and it's not talked about enough because they do struggle with mental health, and we're there to help reset their minds, right? So when we got hit with that trademark, we started talking about changing our name, and that's when we changed to Battle Scarred Motorsports, and that's all encompassing. We all wear different battle scars, right? It can be physical battle scars, it can be mental battle scars, and it happens on all lines, right? So we want to provide a service where people can come out and we're going to take your mind off those scars and give you a new reset, a new weekend. And that's our goal is to, even if it's just for the weekend, and it's going to be beyond that. Trust me. We had a guy come out. He goes, I really didn't understand how it was going to work. And we got an email from him days after the event. He says, I got to tell you, I understand how well that works now. He says, I used to, I have terrible dreams. And he says, I've been dreaming nothing about just racing every night since the event. He says, I haven't had dreams that awesome in years. And he couldn't believe it. He was like, that's the craziest thing. He says, I wake up with a smile because I was racing in my dreams all night. And that's a lot better than my other dreams I was having. I'm like, perfect. That's exactly what we want to do.
So this weekend, you've got some first responders from the local area too.
We do. I need to look at our list. We got a huge gathering from your neck of the woods coming out.
Yeah, it's good. That's awesome. We're going to try to get our PIO out to do a ride along on Friday.
That's going to be
get
pretty
all
awesome.
The stars to align. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, I think so. I think that's going to be a good one. Go ahead. Yeah.
Is that the headset you'll be wearing when I say I'm dropping the hammer, crayons?
Well, first we're gonna have to talk about tires and if they're the
staggered
right
and match
for you.
special.
Yeah. For everyone not watching or hasn't looked at the weather for New Orleans this weekend,
it always rains.
Somehow it always rains. I don't know what's up with that.
We've had a drought for the last 6 weeks, and we're getting rain this weekend.
Well, since you're in the area, I made a request about a week ago, and I asked you to do a particular dry weather dance, and you informed me you did the wrong one, and it added more
I see that only works with women. The dry. that's my Trademark, actually.
It's your trademark.
It only works with, doesn't work with the weather.
It didn't drive away the weather.
Yeah, it doesn't drive away the weather.
Yeah,
That's
we'll have
probably
to-
inappropriate. I'm sorry.
I
Yeah,
apologize.
but we are when we do gather as men and veterans, it is a bit inappropriate, which is part of the draw. It's a lot like the old days.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is a place. I mean, you see it all the time, right? In the military and in the first responder community, right? It's a rough life. And a lot of times we deal with things we see or do or train to do with dark humor. And it's just part of our lifestyle. It's a real thing. And I swear you'll, if you have ever been out in public and you hear anyone, a veteran or a first responder talking, sometimes you'll hear them say something, and for a civilian, they'll look at them like they're crazy. They're like, man, why would they say that? And to them, that's a more normal thing, right? And that's hard. That alone is hard on your mental health, because you go out there and you'll talk to people and they don't get your humor. Sometimes we get your humor because we're your people.
You're home.
We're home.
Well, it's cool, and the food's usually pretty good too.
Yeah, man, we got John O coming out. So John O's gonna be doing some cooking. He's been cooking and helping out with us for a while. He's usually hanging out with the Georgia chapter out there. Man, we got some catered food. We're gonna have I think we're gonna do some local cuisine. Got a pretty good little food truck coming out. I think we got a bunch of neat stuff coming this event. This is gonna be a good one.
I don't know. Next month is Daytona.
Well, I know, and I've been working on that car, getting that car ready for us. Now, I got to give you some info on that, on Warhawk. Yeah. So I had my personal hot rod at G2 Motorsports Park this weekend. I just raced with a champ car up in Dallas. And so I had my car out there. We had Betty, one of our BSM fleet cars, out there serving its mission. And then we had Warhawk out there also serving its mission, but also shaking it down for Warhawk, because I've been working on it, do some cooling system work, containment seat for the speeds at Daytona, a couple things. And I'm sorry to inform you, but my little Mustang, Warhawk didn't have nothing for my Mustang. And
really?
Yeah, Mr. Daniel, he tried to buy my car from me at the event. I let him take a stint in it, and he tried to buy it.
Surprises no one.
Well, so let's talk about that, because I went over a little bit when we did our first video together. Every car is named, and it's named for a reason.
Yeah, so man, there's so many different things in our organization that's wild. Yeah, all of our cars have numbers. All the numbers mean something. All the cars are named. The names are usually related to some service incident or action, right? We started off our flagship car, we called Old Chesty. We were USMC Racing at the time. We named it after famous Officer Chesty Puller. And that car's number was 220, and that was a ploy on veteran suicide at the time, and it varies year to year, but at the time the average was 22 veteran suicide deaths a day, and that's a lot, and that's not counting first responders. If you match those numbers together, it's you might as well double it, right? That's a lot of suicides, and our goal here is to curb. That's our number one goal, is to curb veteran and first responder suicide. So at the time, we were kind of focused on military, and so 22 to 0, 220, that was that car's number. The next car we added was a first responder car. This is when we kind of switched over. We added a Ladder 3, which is a Crown Victoria. That come from the Richmond County Sheriff's Office. Used to be on live PD all the time. That was courtesy.
Still has the lights.
Yeah. See how the lights. They sent it to us with lights, intercom. Man, we had the works. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
That car number, of course, we call it Ladder 3, which is named after the fire company from 9/11. That almost was half the company was wiped out in the collapse. And then the number of that car is 412, which is the number of first responders that perished in the 9/11 attacks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you go to our website, we have descriptions of our cars, the meaning, so whatever their name is. The only one that doesn't have a dedicated name is our Pinto wagon, our 74 Pinto wagon. We just call it the Pinto. it's pretty majestic, but its number is it's a majestic car.
I love
Um,
it.
and this number is 645, and that is dedicated to the number of corpsmen that died in Vietnam. So,
And you've got cars for those that don't have full use of arms and legs, kind of
absolutely,
stuff, right?
yep.
So
One of our
this
Crown Vics, that is
yeah.
Rosie. So we do have a hand control car. We also got some exciting news coming that hasn't been released yet, so you have to keep
announce
an
it
eye out.
here.
I can't.
We only have 50 people listening, so
Okay. Well, by the time it goes overnight, we'll have 4 million. You know, I just feel it. I just feel it. But yes, we do have a hand control car right now. That's Rosie. It's a Crown Vic. It has full hand controls in it. So if you're a disabled vet, amputee, there you go. We can put you on the track, and it's fantastic.
Or if you can't drive a manual, because one of our first responders
Yeah.
this weekend is driving the hand control car.
Yep. So yeah, at the time,
There's opportunity for a disabled joke there, but we're not going to make it.
right. Yeah, Rosie was our only automatic car because our other two Crown Vics are manual swapped, and they're a blast to drive. So most all of our cars are manual. I mean, we'll teach you to drive a manual in the paddock if we have to. It's Crayons has those skills. So
That's awesome. Crayons has
I can. Yeah, I mean, we're full service, right? We'll teach you to drive a manual. We'll do it all. So, yeah, and we have one more car coming in the fleet that was just donated to us at PRI 2025 from the diesel community. Hot Shot Secret is one of our main sponsors. A lot of their customers come together, donated an Audi A3 to us. That was S&S Diesel. Firepunk did the cage. There's a lot of collab on that car. Tunezilla. I think it's on the dyno lot this coming week, doing the final tuning on it. It's a beautiful car. So it's our second automatic car. And it's our first diesel road race car. So we're kind of excited about that. To showcase that, especially for Hot Shots. They've been with us since the beginning. Hot Shot Secret is a lubrication company. Traditionally, obviously by the name Hot Shot Secret, they kind of are in the diesel community, but they do have an adrenaline line of performance oils for race cars, which we use in all of our race cars. They got fantastic products, but that is kind of a way for us to thank them by kind of dipping into their territory with diesel. So we're excited about that car.
How do you do that? There's no diesel at the track, is there? I guess is there a diesel pump out there?
We'll bring the diesel, buddy.
Look at
you.
Siphon it out of your truck, Moore.
Yeah, you seen that big 100-gallon tank in the back of my truck?
That's good. Don't siphon it out of mine. You might get DEF in your tank.
Well, I mean,
I'm the wrong guy to be stealing diesel from. I can tell you that.
You still got your Tahoe?
I do.
Yeah,
it's running fine. It was a very expensive mistake, but one that I've learned from. Trust me, dude. I when I put DEF in that thing, I put blue painter's tape over the actual.
You would think that they would put the fill ports like further away
on the other side, perhaps.
Right?
Yeah,
on the opposite end of the car.
Yeah, or get rid of it because it's commie.
Now, we did have some EPA rollbacks a couple of weeks ago, so maybe
I
that'll
need to
help.
get rid of the auto start stop. That thing drives me nuts.
Yep.
I hate that too.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things to go is the auto start stop in some of those rollbacks. So
I keep flashing the website. You guys are a charity, correct?
We
so people, let's say that's two things. One, if they just want to support you, they can make a donation at the website. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. BattleScarred.org.
Tax
we have
deductible.
Tax deductible. We're a 501c3. Yeah, and that's probably as any nonprofit. Of course, I always say I don't know why we did motorsports. It seemed like a good idea at the time until we started paying for it. And so auto performance or anything in motorsports is expensive, right? So we do have some higher than what you would think expenses on consumables, tires, brakes, fuel.
Yeah, I mean, you're subsidizing a whole bunch of stuff.
Absolutely. So donations go to keep us in operation, but also subsidize our veteran seat fees. The more people that we get to help, Our goal, my goal, is to get our veteran seat fees to where you can come with us indefinitely at zero cost. That's the end goal.
Well, let's talk about that. So when I first showed up, there were people, and I don't know if you guys are still doing this, straight civilians
Yes,
that pay a fee because
And
it's the best deal in the world to get a weekend of racing.
I know, and we ought to raise it because it's getting better every time our prices in the world go up. We will rent, and we've actually fielded a whole car before of civilian seat fees, right? So if you're a regular civilian but you want to support Battle Scarred Motorsports, one way you can do that, and you like to race, you can come out and rent a seat from us. It's $16.50 for the weekend. Now we do not provide gear for our civilians renters. We probably could for a nominal extra donation or seat fee price, but most of the time people wanting to buy a seat fee has been in the road racing before, so they know what they're getting into and they have all their own gear. But yeah, you can't go race for $16.50 for a whole weekend anywhere. It's cheap. And
and does that include, do you still get the same RV food, crude
Nope.
car, everything?
No,
No.
our RVs now, food that's I mean, technically no, but yes, right? Because food's not a huge expense. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's not a huge. It'll be expensive this weekend. But RV rentals are expensive, so we reserve those funds for our beneficiaries only.
That's still, I mean,
that's pretty amazing.
Even $16.50 for just a crude car that you just arrive and drive.
That's a good price.
It's a good deal.
I've been in that market for a while. That's a good price.
Yeah, it is. And but for Doug, if he wanted to share a bunk with me, I could get him in an RV.
Cuddle
buddy.
I've wanted to share a bunk with you for years.
Oh, perfect. Crayons is
what is happening
a giving
here? What is this?
I'm just giving opportunity.
My third wheel now on my own
bear love is still love.
That's right.
Oh boy. Is that what they call you guys now, bears?
That's not now. That's been a while. Dude.
I don't know the terminology. I'm not
just
in that
crayons.
Do you drive a Subaru Crayons?
No, I drive a big old F350, buddy.
Are you bringing it down?
I am. Yep.
Right.
I got without it. I got a dang drive shaft vibration I was wanting to work on today, and I didn't get a chance to. I think I got a U joint that needs a.
You bringing the pups?
Me?
Yeah. Didn't you have a dog?
Yeah, he died a couple years ago.
Really?
Yeah, he was an old man. Yeah, no, I
you brought him. Did you bring him to the first race? Is that where I'm remembering?
No.
Who had the dogs in the
boy
RV?
Oh, okay. So I don't know if you're at
the. It's funny how you remember that so well, Move.
I remember the dog because every time I would go change, there would be a dog, and one of them pooped in one of the RVs. And,
that's the part I remember.
Yeah.
I'm not the cleanup crew for that, by the way.
No.
I got people for that, and it ain't us.
Yeah, I got tires to match special.
Yeah, staggered.
Yep. It's you got to be able to stick. So, it's an amazing deal we've been doing. I can't believe what we've grown into. We're in 6 states now. I think and so.
You got a shop here. Oh, there was a question.
Yeah.
There were questions for you. You guys ever race in North Carolina?
Yes, we have. I need to look at our schedule. So, I'll say North Carolina. So just south of Charlotte in South Carolina, which is the north side of South Carolina, is CMP. We've been there multiple times, 3, I think. We have our Indiana chapters back up, which that's where the Audi A3 is going. So they're going to be bouncing around. I think we might have VIR on too up in that way. We got some cool stuff in the area up there. Yeah.
VIR is June 26th.
Yep. And so I'm trying to think if there's anything in North Carolina this year. Let me see what I have open on my. I'll look at my schedule real quick.
Rockingham. Didn't y'all do Rockingham?
Maybe.
Mover, like Rockingham.
It is a hard deal for me to work on cars and remember the schedule. Crayons can only do so much. Let me see here.
See the Carolinas. I see Virginia.
I thought Rockingham was last year because I remember I was like, why Rockingham? But I guess they make a road course like everything
Georgia's
else.
Not a huge drive from North Carolina anyway, though.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, so we'll be at, of course, we got New Orleans this weekend, 6 cars, fantastic.
That's a big one.
Daytona coming up in April. That's
Daytona is awesome if you can get the paddock again, the garage thing that we had.
Yeah, well, I need to look at our accommodations. I know I have some notes on it, but I need to go back and look.
That one was.
We will be hot pit fueling this time. We have like a crew of 6, I think, coming. This is gonna be a pretty good one. So
that'll be a lot different than last time.
Yeah,
you're trying Daytona.
Yes, Daytona, and only 1 car, so we'll have a little more support.
For 14 hours. How many drivers?
We have, I think we got 5 signed up right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 signed up right now. And 1, 2, 3. It's like about 5 crew. So not bad.
Yeah.
And we can add more to it because that's a high demand race. So
I believe it.
Yeah.
You know, it's Daytona. Come on.
Well, as long as I don't get carbon monoxide poisoning again, that'll be great.
No, I fixed all that. I think.
It's a different car.
Allegedly.
This is a different car, yeah. I need to bring my car to that. That'd be great. Gingerman, we got coming up in April, the next week in April. Then Howlett in Oklahoma, Road America in May, Atlanta.
You're doing that one in Missouri that's like 15 miles or whatever, the big ass track.
Ozarks. So we did that last year. We do not have it on the schedule this year. That's really an advanced driver course. That's probably the funnest I've had on a racetrack though. It's 3.9 miles, I believe. So it's 4 miles of,
that's crazy.
And there's no straights. It's hilly, it's off camber, it's blind, everything. It's a blast. It takes a little bit to learn the track. That's a good one to jump in the sim and get a little look at pre-look at it. But wow, it's an amazing track. We do big race end of the year, Circuit of the Americas. It's going to be one of the last times because that track is going private. And so
Coda.
We got Coda.
That's your home track.
That's 25 minutes from me. So,
are you a buyer?
What do you mean?
Are you gonna be one of the owners when it goes private?
Buddy, no.
Been holding out on us.
I mean, maybe they'll let me do track cleanup and give me a corner out there or something. I don't know.
No. So, awesome, man. Well,
Crayons curve.
We will see you this weekend.
I'm excited. It's gonna be good.
If you want to support Battle Scarred Motorsports, BattleScarred.org.
That's the place to go. BattleScarred.org. Hit the donate button.
Or if you want to race, that's where you go too.
Yep. Go to that website. It takes care of everything. I'm trying to think if there's any other notes I want to go over with you here.
I'm just trying to respect your time, sir. You're welcome to stay as long as you'd like.
I know. I got. We're doing a family movie night here in a second. The wife's in there making I think like a taco bar.
Is she coming this weekend?
No, she's running my shop for me. I mean, how awesome is that though, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Let's give her a little shout out to Christy, my wife. She can run my business while I'm away. Love her. Couldn't do this without her support. So
no surprises. Crayons is a professional mechanic.
I could not do it if you weren't. Trust me.
I'm a professional. No, I do pretty good. So no, I guess that's it. That's I think we talked about everything.
Well, thank you.
I'm excited to see y'all this weekend.
I am too. I got to go get my camera.
It'd be cool. Been a minute in my case.
It has been a minute. So we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm bringing some extra canopies so we can stay
coolish, dry.
Maybe if we don't talk about it, it'll go away.
Yeah. Just ignore it. It'll just disappear. Maybe I'll send a request into Harp, see if Harp can microwave some clouds away or something.
The last time I saw you was when I beat you on the go-kart tracks.
Hey,
there are go-kart tracks in New Orleans. There could be a rematch.
In fact, we need to put money on the table, or we need a wager right here for
Drew Brees is starting an indoor track. They're building like an indoor track in New Orleans.
Nice. So, I mean, all the listeners, don't take Mover for his word on he outrun me on karts, by the way.
I had faster times.
No,
and I finished in front of you.
I'm going to produce receipts, buddy.
That's how you.
we were at Andretti, I think, right? Oh, I got my famous shirt on there, crayon shirt.
Yeah, you gotta. We only saw the bottom or the top.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think we need to have a little cart. We'll do a 2-part challenge, and you can report back to your viewers on who has fast time after this weekend. Oh. Crayons is bringing it.
Crayons is bringing it, huh?
He's bringing it. I set second fastest lap time at the track this weekend, by the way.
Who was first?
Some little quick Miata, little bastards.
Okay. So, all right. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you this weekend.
Heck yeah, buddy.
All right.
I appreciate you having me on and let me talk about BattleScarred a little bit.
It's a great organization, man. You guys are really putting it together.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Behind the scenes work is, I had no idea what this was going to turn into. It's a lot, but it's great. I love the favorite thing is after all that work, I come out to an event like what we're fixing to have this weekend, and I get to watch you and everyone else have a great time, and makes it all worth it. It's so awesome.
Oh yeah. All right, man. Yeah. We'll see you Friday.
All right, brother. Y'all have a great evening. Appreciate it.
Drive safe.
Thanks.
Later.
Bye. Well, Doug, we've got 30 minutes to fill up. Laura B has a question. She says, "Are you excited about your new racing suit, Mover?" I think so.
Be the first time out.
I need to put all that crap together. I didn't know they don't include a comm cord. So I'm hoping the comm cord that I ordered off Amazon arrives. Like, you pay that much for a helmet, it doesn't have a comm cord, really?
It does have a plug, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's already wired.
Yeah, no, it's got nice. Like, it's a nice setup. It's just the comm cord does not come with it. So I ordered both an MSEN and ASCAR because I don't know which one I need.
Yeah, it's a long skinny one or a short fat one.
Well, I ordered both. So
I can't.
Anyway, yeah, man. So how's it been going? We didn't even get to talk to you last Mover.
Yeah, that show just took off.
Well, every time we've got a guest that we have to talk about for one topic, we have to jump right into it because I feel like we're wasting their time otherwise.
Yep. Well, and we had such a guest. I mean, he had
T-Bear.
All the deep intel.
Yeah.
That was some show.
Yeah. People are wondering probably why I had to re-upload my video today. It's because I straight up uploaded the unedited version. And then people were like, "Where's the intro? Where's the outro?" I'm like, "No, I must have just forgot the outro." And then I go look at it. I'm like, this is not the right video at all. Nobody had said anything to me. So
it can happen.
Whatever. Probably gonna affect things, but no, man. Are you doing okay?
Don't know yet.
Okay.
I'll tell you after tomorrow.
Tell me after tomorrow.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to do much in the way of nerd ops. We should remedy that.
Yeah, we should. I would like to try out. Well, I'm gonna have a new PC here pretty soon, so definitely need to try that out.
I just got the big screen 2E set up today.
I want to see what that's like.
It is
great press.
Tiny, so as to speak.
Well, yeah, and that's a huge advantage if it doesn't sacrifice anything else, and everybody's been saying it doesn't. So
yeah. And then last night I finished the new book.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Well, it's a really good book, but I felt like it could have been 800 or 900 pages.
Like, you can't do that. 120,000 words is the longest book I've ever written.
Okay. We'll go with that.
The longest before that, I think, somebody can fact check me, but I think the longest book before that was Executive Decision at 112,000 words.
It's a good book.
Executive Reaction. Sorry, I'm an idiot.
I've been being a wise ass about it, but it's a good book. No joke.
I hope so. The reason I've stayed quiet about it is because I have a purpose for it. It's not it's not going the same path as everything else I've done. So I'm trying to do it in a specific way with a specific purpose. And it's actually, I don't know if it beats, because I have written a book in 60 days before, but this one was 58 days. So I wrote 120,000 words in 58 days because I started on, I think the 3rd of January and finished last night.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty obvious too that it was, that I don't want to say you weren't struggling because I know it's work, but you were, this one was flowing out.
There were some parts where I would kind of hang up a lot. Oh, honestly, dude, today I'm looking for projects to do.
You wrote yourself out of a job.
I'm like, why am I sitting at my desk? What am I even doing right now? I should be writing. No, there's nothing to write about. So that's been pretty cool.
The path to the sequel is obvious.
Dude, I got to take a break. Because what it did cause me to do was sacrifice other stuff because I'm like, no, I need to write this because I need to get this done. So
they say that the quality will drop off if you don't take some breaks. So we don't want that.
Yeah. So I need to, because I was putting off going on patrol. I wouldn't do, sheriff stuff. I haven't done any DCS or iRacing or stuff that I've been wanting to do. It's kind of just been, everything was an aside to get back to the writing, which is awesome when you're writing it, but you need some time in between. And I've just written 2 books, right? Because Daedalus Dawn,
back to back.
Yeah, Daedalus Dawn it's waiting pre-publication review, and then once that's done, it'll go to editing, which I've already forgotten all that stuff. And then this one will do the same thing.
Fun part's over.
We'll go through its path. So, I mean, it's good, but it's also it's time to take some time off because, what I would love to do for the next one is probably write another Spectre book. Sorry, Alex Shepard. Spectre series, but Alex Shepard. I got a plan for that.
He seems to be one of your favorite characters. Although I think, now Spectre. You might have a new one.
Spectre's kind of retired. This is an Alex Shepard book.
Well, if you're being true to your universe, Spectre's getting kind of old.
Yeah.
He's going to need to be a mentor in another book sometime.
He's been through a lot. I'm trying to just let him have his family. That doesn't mean he won't make an appearance, but it's time to just go with new characters. But, and then this weekend, Luna and I did the Mardi Gras parade where she was the Grand Marshal.
Believe it or not, folks, that is Mover's face when he's having fun.
Yeah. And one of our viewers took this picture. Didn't say hi, but took the picture. Forgive it. Next time, say hi. This little girl was at the Abita Springs parade with Luna. Great. So that's the second time she got to interact with Luna. I thought that was so cool.
That is great.
Yeah. Just shows you she recognized her, and I was
Luna's pretty high profile.
I know. She is. It's so funny because what was it? The other day I was walking Luna and some guy
from YouTube.
No, some guy stopped me and he's like, "Hey, I love your stuff. It's awesome," and all that. And I'm like, dude, this is the most random. It's by my house, but it's the most random place. Cause I'm like, I don't think anybody around here watches me. Right.
Right.
Cause when I go out in public, no one knows who I am. They all know Luna. In fact, to the point that they will ignore me and talk straight to Luna.
Not even.
I don't even get an acknowledgement, But then
it's contextual. When you're at a racetrack, they recognize you. When you're anywhere else, they recognize Luna.
I don't know, I don't even think at a racetrack, but I thought it was funny because we were walking and I thought he was going to I thought he was saying hi because of her. And he's like, no, I like your stuff. And I don't ever know what to say. I'm not used to this kind of thing. I'm like, okay.
I'm sure that there's probably some entity that would be happy to train you for money.
Probably so. I don't need it though. I
figure
I'm authentic.
You. Exactly.
Authenticity has gotten me this far. for better or worse.
100%.
Why not keep going? So, yeah, let's see what else the people at the thing said. If
I got a new
anybody's-
airplane. Did we talk about that on one of the shows yet?
We did.
Remember? Okay.
You showed it actually.
Oh, that was like, yeah, okay. Well, I got another one
2 weeks
since then,
ago.
but it's too big to fit. It's too big to fit on camera.
It's also aviation. So
oh shit, swear jar.
yeah,
Man, that's tough. I mean, aviation is awesome.
I know. I mean, it happens. JD 69.99 sold.
RC models are legit. I think we can do RC on this show. I think we need to make a new rule.
Yeah, there's RC like tanks out there and battleships,
Tanks,
and
rock
stuff.
crawlers, you name it. It's gone nuts.
I never really. That's one. You know, now that I'm finished writing, I'm telling you what my next project is. You will not reap the benefits of it because it won't happen before you get here for the racing. If you do come, which I very much hope you are coming.
Oh yeah, I plan
so to speak.
And I need to come get the CPU
and the ammo.
Right.
Don't forget the ammo.
Roger that.
But I have, you got the box of wires that you're like, I'm going to need this one day, and then you never use it. I need to do spring cleaning. It is time for Mover to start throwing stuff out. And that's my goal for my new free time.
Careful though. I mean, I've thrown stuff out, and then like 2 days later, I've needed it. Make sure you don't.
No, I've got a closet in there that I have not opened in many years. Like there's no chance.
RGB cables and USB-A plugs and stuff.
I was doing that today because I got the so far first impressions of that big screen. It's easier than Pimax, but it's also more of an ass pain. Lighthouses, dude.
Really? Oh, I forgot about the lighthouses.
The lighthouses.
Yeah. Although they're set it and forget it. Once you get them up, they're done.
Not only that, but they were more of an ass pain because I made them an ass pain because I didn't understand what I was doing because I never read the manual. Because I take them out of the box. I'm like, what's this micro USB? Like it came with a power cable and then it's micro USB. I didn't know they were Bluetooth. So I'm like,
I wouldn't have known that.
Like, where the hell there's no cable for this? So I go to the cable box. And I'm digging out. I'm like, I know I have one, right? So I'm digging out, throwing everything. And that's where I made my decision that it's time to start throwing stuff out. I spend all this time. My cable management is obviously terrible. Plug it in. And the only way I figured it out was when I went to update it. It said, you got to unplug the cable to update it. And I'm like, what does that even mean? You got to unplug the cable.
You don't need no stinking cables.
Yeah. So it does it without. I've got it set up now. I played a little bit of DCS. It locked in at 75 frames per second. Ooh. With no changes to my settings. Like I just ran it. It runs off Steam VR. I'd like to try it with Microsoft Flight Sim to see if it's better. The color's a little weird. The gamma seems a little off. I think I need a little bit of tinkering with that.
Probably all tunable.
Yeah. But I didn't.
What generation is that in VR land? It's like 4th or 5th generation. So it ought to be getting pretty good by now.
What's that? This thing?
The big screen, yeah.
It's not as good as because I'm running the Pimax Crystal Super. So it doesn't have the same features of that. But anyway, Tom says, does Mover like the new limited edition Airwolf helmet by Factory Entertainment? Somebody sent me that, and I may have gone to the wrong thing because I started Googling around. Have you seen this? The guy who made it like went off the grid for 5 years after taking a bunch of deposits, and everybody was like, oh, he's a crook. He's a crook. So that kind of turned me off to the idea. Have you heard of that?
Nope. I only know what Tom's told us in chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's brought it up a few times.
Robin says, glad the book is done. I can't wait to read it. I retired and the COVID hit. Now I'm caring for my mom with Alzheimer's. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I'm glad you're caring for your mom. I'm sorry to hear about the Alzheimer's. Say all this to tell you, find something you love to do and do it. I really enjoyed writing this book. Mostly because it's lived. A lot of it is lived.
You can probably identify the parts that aren't if you read it.
Yeah. Some of it is lived, some of it is not, some of it is just, hey, whatever.
Yeah,
it's a first
credible fiction.
So that's now my second book that I've written that's first person.
Might be part of the reason I liked it as much as I did.
Really?
I like the first person stuff.
So I'll tell you what I don't like is, and this jars me every time, first person present tense. If you read Andy Weir, he writes first person present tense.
Yep.
Not
your thing, huh?
Well, what's funny though, so this is a new habit I started probably a year and a half ago when I started flying the 787 because I thought it would be a good habit to get into for sleeping on the plane, is instead of watching TV before bed, I read.
That is a good habit. Yeah.
I read.
And if you read like an actual book, it's even better.
Yeah. Well,
it's not shining a light. It's not shining, like a Kindle.
Oh, like iPad. A physical book? No, I use my iPad. I'm a Kindle guy. I can't.
Do you use a Kindle or an iPad Kindle app?
iPad Kindle app.
Because the Kindle's even better because it doesn't have a backlight. The iPad backlight keeps you awake.
It doesn't bother me. I fall right asleep. In fact, sometimes I fall asleep while I'm reading it. But it's funny because as a writer, I notice the quirks more than I think other people might, because I've heard, I've seen the criticism from the editors and stuff like, hey, you use this word too many times. You use this word when you didn't need to or whatever. And I'm reading this book now. I'm not going to say what it is, but I'm almost convinced some of it's written by AI because some of the verbiage and mannerisms sound so much like AI suggestions that I've had, because when I'm editing, when I write a chapter, sometimes I'll plug it in to Gemini or Grok and be like, hey, what do you think of this? The flow, or did I miss any details or anything like that? And 9 times out of 10, it will say, hey, great job, but, and then it'll try to write something for me. And I always tell it, do not write. I get so mad because I'm like, don't write anything. It's like a huge
but it wants
violation.
To. It clearly
wants to write. It's like, hey, here's your next beat. Because what I'll do is I'll put a partial chapter in and it'll be like, okay, and I'm continuing on. Here's the rest. And I'm like, stop that. I don't care what you think the way the story needs to go, because now I can't use that.
Right.
I got to close my eyes. I can't see it.
Wow.
But the few times I have read it, it reads like this book I'm reading. I'm like, that's the same weird language.
So there's pure AI YouTube content out there now, obviously, and you can tell. Even if it's a really good voice, whatever they call it, it's just you can tell. And I get what you're saying. It's going to use certain phrases, or it'll screw up the emphasis on things. It'll put the emphasis in the wrong place.
Emphasis on the wrong syllables.
Emphasis on the wrong syllables. Yep.
Well, what it'll do is it'll write this real flowery thing in a place that doesn't need it. The confusion was swirling behind their eyes, and you're like, dude, this is an action sequence, man. None of that
metaphors.
Shit. Yeah. It's like, what is this? Stop that.
That's great.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, I mean, I guarantee you it's out there. The question is whether people are telling you that it's out there or just sneaking it in.
I know there's some rules, in published journalism, you're supposed to disclose it. There's some
yeah, but
well, obviously we've seen that because I've done a Mover Ruins AI on 2 different articles now that were 1000% written by AI.
Creating AI licensed free music to use in things like video intros and outros is already a big thing. For example.
JD says, how do you write a police report not in first person? We write them in third person.
Yeah. I thought, was there another kind?
Yeah. Apparently some agencies, I guess, write it in first person.
Yeah. All the ones I'm familiar with, New York State Police and Miami and Hialeah, they're all third person.
At my agency, it's a third person thing. Because it was always, Deputy Lemoyne, my radio number, and whatever.
JD's in California. All the cops out there want to be in the movie business, so that's why they write that way.
I put on my robe and wizard hat. Nobody ever gets that reference. They're like, "What is this?" Oh man! But
that's from the old internet.
It is. It's from way back in the day. All
very
your
old.
Belong to line. Yeah, dude, it's so funny because we were like, "Talk dirty to me, mover," and it's like I put on my robe and wizard hat. Nobody gets it. Now it's just awkward. Okay, and then what? And then what are you doing? And I'm like, no, that's the joke. Sorry,
that was the whole joke.
Yeah, yeah, but no, man. And then we got the race this weekend. The race next month.
Yeah. That's how it goes, man. They end up all close together.
Well, this is the nice time of year, quote unquote. Yep. It's supposed to be 84 degrees. I don't know if I would consider that the nice time of year.
It beats the hell out of August.
84 and humid is pretty. I mean, it's not August, but it's pretty summer-like.
Last time I raced seriously in August, we raced from 8 at night till 8 in the morning because that was the only way we could stand it.
Yeah.
And it was still terrible.
JD says on the date above date and time I saw. No.
Must be like a mnemonic for a.
Yeah.
That's the
face. Every report I wrote, because it's the exact same first paragraph. On such and such date at approximately whatever hours, Deputy Lemoyne and whoever responded to this address in reference to this complaint. And then upon arrival, we made contact with the complainant, identified or later identified as, if it's applicable, either at the time or later, whatever, who stated the following. And then you just say what they said or what you observed or what you did.
AI could be doing that for you.
They could.
Watch your body cam and write a report.
No, that is a thing. Axon, I think, is doing that where it'll there is a way to have Axon transcribe. It might not be Axon. It was some body cam company because I saw this. And it was to have it transcribe from your body cam footage what it sees. The problem, though, is the hallucinations. I've gotten frustrated because I've used it, Gemini and Grok for like some not legal stuff, but some administrative stuff that I've been going through.
Formal stuff.
To ask, like, hey, what do you think the odds are of this? Here's my position paper. Here's my position. What do you think?
Like analysis.
Yeah, and it'll go until it gets too many attachments or this conversation gets long. No kidding. For the first time, Gemini the other day literally said, like, okay, if you tell me about this, I can give you more. And it's like, we have been talking about this for the last, like, this is not a new conversation. It's like, well, I don't remember. Just give me a hint. And like, it would say that. It's like, just give me a couple clues so I can reach back into the memory. And then I would give it the clues and it would be completely out of context. It had no idea. Like it just completely memory dumped the entire conversation, mid-conversation. And with Gemini, there's no, what do you call that? It's not transference. It's permanence.
Continuity.
There's no permanence, right? Because in Gemini Pro, your conversation is that conversation. And once that conversation is done, that's why it tells you, hey, if you want to talk about this topic again, keep it there. Grok will transcend, if you will, and have a little bit of permanence. It's not a lot, but it's enough where it's like at least a little familiar.
Right.
And I think ChatGPT will, but Gemini won't. So when that thing...
Copilot's the one I've been using the most.
Yeah, when they dump...
It seems to know.
Yeah, when they dump. It's over. But it's interesting because like I've had some, I'm asking like percent chances of this and that, and ChatGPT of them is the most pessimistic.
That's interesting
for everything, and it's like, yeah. But anyway, Doug, that's a show. We did it. We made it. There you go. Axon does indeed do auto transcription. I thought it did. It also does auto translation. So I saw a thing.
That's neat.
I think you're faster just using your Google app because you got to hold the button.
Say it. The fact that technology exists is amazing.
I've used that. I've used the Google Translate app on a call, like where they, speak Spanish usually because that's around here. Mm-hmm. It's like if we don't have a Spanish speaking deputy, but
hey, man, it's handy.
Yeah.
It's basically real time at this point. It's just a matter of making the technology easier and easier to access.
I saw something that was either sunglasses or an actual earbud that.
Yeah, I think it was like meta glasses with an
AI translator.
Yep.
That would do that. But yeah, Jesus, the transcripts
but
awful.
It's bad.
The transcripts are awful. I believe that too, because like I said, a lot of times if you've ever done like on YouTube videos, if you use it to write the description, because we have a thing trying to make it easier on Gonky, because he does most of the uploads over there on the other Mover and Gonky show. So we went to repurpose.io, and it's got a feature. So once the editor finishes it, it'll auto upload it. And if you click on the thing, it'll auto upload it with a title and a description based on what it's observed. 9 times out of 10, it has nothing to do with the video.
I was going to say, you probably need to read those pretty carefully.
We turned it off, and like we were on, and I think that's why we had our fall from grace on MSN, because we were on MSN. We still are, and we were doing really well.
Not featured.
And then all of a sudden we fell off, and I went and looked at our channel. Well, it was like the categories it was putting us in was like gardening, yoga,
sure, I can see that.
Like the titles had nothing to do with,
it's tagging you wrong.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, I don't know, man. It was all very inappropriate stuff. And I'm like, this is not for us.
So. Not helping.
Oh, I'll tell you what, went to the range last week and shot the new Huxworks, or new to me, Huxworks Flow 9K
pistol.
Ti. No, that's a suppressor.
Suppressed
pistol.
Suppressor.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Dude. It's so funny because I was shooting my Glock 45 with a comp next to my Platypus with a suppressor. And, I was just doing 10 yards I was trying to make sure the comp and the new spring were working on the Glock, and I was just trying to shoot the suppressor just to shoot it. And the groupings on the Platypus were like, small. And the Glock 45 was more like a little shotgun blast. Yeah. And I was like, this Glock's a piece of crap. Like I'm blaming the gun, and but did you know, if you take a picture of, because I did this, if you take a picture of your target and tell it what you shot, so you go to Grok and you say, I shot 115 grain, this ammo with this gun with this optic, it will analyze your shooting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. I've got an app for that.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what Grok is doing, but I've got an app that tells you the MOA of the group and the total, and it'll give you SD on your shots against the center and whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, we appreciate you guys watching.
Yeah, thanks.
We're gonna go racing. Thanks, Douglas. We'll see you hopefully this weekend, and then we got Monday. Probably going to be a lot more stuff to talk about. Dude, that show had 2,500 concurrent viewers. That's our biggest show we've ever done.
I think that's awesome, but I hope it doesn't mean people are taking us seriously.
Hey, they can if they need to. If that's what it takes, Douglas.
So this is now the news or something.
Whatever. Well, it's funny because we didn't have anything in the title or description that indicated we were the news or something.
I mean, like, unless you guys have figured out why it happened, I have no idea.
No, I just think they wanted to know what we had to say about the Iranian stuff,
the events of the current situation.
Obviously, if you want informed commentary, it's not us.
I mean, T-Bear seemed pretty well informed.
That's true. All right. Good night, everybody. We appreciate you watching.
Night, folks.
See ya.